The order, I believe it is like 7:03, and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Yes. Holly? Here. Jason?
Here.
Steve?
Here.
Joel?
Here.
And the clerk's office is present.
Do I hear a motion for approval of the agenda?
I make a motion to accept the July 9th, 2025.
Nope, minutes, sorry. We need to do the agenda first.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll make, or I don't have any changes. Do you guys have any? I'll make a motion to approve the agenda without any changes.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Okay, let's take care of the minutes. Well, you want to do the public comments first? Okay. I don't believe there was anybody that asked to speak. Is there anyone here that would like to take their 3 minutes to speak? Okay. There's no one that'd like to address the council. Has everybody had the opportunity to look at July 2025 monthly meeting minutes?
I have.
Any changes or corrections?
No.
Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the July 9th, 2025 town board meeting minutes.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. All right. Reports of officers, boards, and standing committees. Clerk Lockridge, would you like to go, please?
So I'm having the budget meeting on Friday with the DGLF rep to put in the amounts that we agreed on tonight. And then we have until next town board meeting if you want to make changes. But hopefully we agree on everything tonight because I'd have to have a second meeting with you if you have any changes after Friday. And then next meeting will be the public meeting to publicize the budget. And if the community wants to come and ask questions or give comments, it'll be next, the September meeting. The October meeting will adopt it and it will be done deal after the October meeting. Then Jason looked into, you want to take this about payroll service?
Yeah. So then just hop in anytime I get off track again. We had older software that we purchased in around 2010 on the computer, or I say that, I guess it's maybe more 2014.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was on an older computer that was installed for us from a company. And it was QuickBooks and it had payroll software on it, and Jan and the clerks have been using it for the year since. In 2022, QuickBooks changed where they went to a monthly service. And so between the older computer and now, we've got newer equipment, and the newer equipment needs software on it. And when we go to look, the software, like I say, in 2022, became a monthly subscription. So looking around, if you wanted to do like QuickBooks again, which is what they used before, It looks to be about $101 a month or a pay period. And they all seem to be somewhere between 80 to 100 total, I guess, for the pay period per month. So that would, of course, be split between wastewater and town. So it'd be about $45, $50, I'd say, a pay period. And I keep saying pay period for the fact that we may want to look at adjusting the salary ordinance to only pay like Beth, she's paid bi-weekly. And so each time for some of these companies, each time we would start to pay that first person, like for instance, at ADP, it was $71 for the first person, and it was only $2 per person after that. So at that point, if we could all get on the monthly pay schedule, then each month we would just have one. Like if 1 month it would be maybe Beth, Jan, Bill, and wastewater, and then the next month it might be that plus us. So it just depends on how it falls on the pay scale or pay schedule. The short pay was $30 a month, and then it was $7 an employee after. And then I did reach out to the other place, and I haven't emailed back, but they want to like set up a phone call meeting, and so I haven't gotten to that point yet. So, but it seems to be whenever I look around, it seems to be around, like I say, the $80 to $100 a pay time, a pay period. They do offer, like at ADP and that Sure payroll, they both offer the ability to pay the taxes for us and stuff, so that would take some of the stuff off the plate that the clerks have to worry about to do. Of course, ADP, I know, does the direct deposits if we wanted something like that to happen, and or when you go to do taxes at the end of the year, it's one of the services that you can put in. And I say that for ADP because I know I have it at my other place. These other ones may also do the same things. But the key there is it's tied electronically into a lot of the software for tax purposes, and you can just import it instead of having to manually do it like we've been doing. So in a nutshell, the software that we have is old on the other computer that we don't use anymore, and Jane needs a way to pay people. I don't know where we're at.
What software does the clerk's office want to use?
ADP is mine.
Okay.
And I figured the plus of the automatic deposit for people,
Okay.
like that. And the taxes would be nice. I wouldn't be saying that if it was only for that, because it's not that hard to do the taxes.
Okay.
We have to get something that, compiles everybody's tax data. And we have to keep it perpetually, I think.
Okay.
For 7 years, I'm not sure.
Jason, do you have any thoughts?
I think between all three of these, they're some of the highest recommended ones, so I don't think we're going to be bad on any of them. So.
Okay. Holly, do you have any?
My only question, so you have $80 a pay period, and we have 2 pay periods in a month, so it's $160, right?
So, I talked with the lady, so it's a little, so if you do a month at a time, it's $71 and like 42 cents. And then it's like $2.32 per person afterwards. I could be a little off on my cents, but it's basically that. So by the time we added like Jan would be paid, the chiefs and all this stuff, that's what got me up to like $80 to $82 depending on what month. And then if we got paid, that was another $6.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I was like 82 to 86 in my head. And
if we switch it to a
if we
one-time
did
payment.
a 1 month, if you do
There's another piece of this. Beth and I are paying twice a month. Everybody else is paid once a month. So Jason suggested that we switch to once a month also, and then it'd be one pay period.
if you divide it, then instead of it being $70 for that pay period, instead of doing monthly, if you do bi-weekly, it's like $45, I think it was 44 maybe, if you do bi-weekly, and then you have the $2 or $3 per person. But then, if you add that up for the month, because you would sometimes you would be kind of the same. So it's very close either way. So I was thinking for ease, maybe we shift everyone to monthly, one payment, one pay period. So Jan would only have to sit down at it and click the people that she wants to pay that week. one time a month.
So we just need to change our salary ordinance.
Yeah. And Beth, are you, would that was okay, is, yeah, it did seem to be an issue with either one, so.
That's all I have.
Do I hear a motion?
Sure, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'll make a motion to, sign up with ADP. It's also not a contract, so we can get out at any time. They give us, it would give 3 or 4 months free, and they are waiving the $200 startup fee. So just to add, but my motion is to go with ADP.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0.
I did not put the credit card thing on it. Was that?
It's in here somewhere. Oh,
Yeah,
I've got it.
it's next on there.
Okay, so all in favor, okay. So the next thing that we've talked about for as long as I can remember, when there would be things that we need to purchase online, it typically comes down to one of the board members buying it out of our pockets and then getting reimbursed by the town. Sometimes that's it's hard to do, some of the stuff that we have to get, but the thought process here is checking into it. The town can apply for a credit card. There's like 2 or 3 banks in the state that are allowed to do it or whatever. I contacted one. I can't remember the name, but I have an email about, from them already or whatever with the information about their service. Basically, we need to have rules about it, like where it's going to be kept, how it's going to be used, limits. So I put it, you could go up to 50,000. I figured 10,000 because I was trying to think of what we purchased, lately that would even be, or even our funds that would be above 10,000. I don't know that we would even have any. So I just said 10, thinking we would be able to get what most things we would need.
I do have a thing to say about this.
Go ahead.
I hesitate saying this because I can see how it would be expensive sometimes to do this. But if we do this, this puts us in a whole different category, working with the state and auditing. It's a huge headache. And I don't like the idea to have a credit card lying around. I mean, not that it's going to be lying around, but that makes me anxious also. And so, for what it's worth, it puts us in a different kind of category of towns,
Yeah, they've got to look at the receipts and all that stuff.
Well, no, it's not just that, it's way more reporting about a lot of other stuff when we have debt, we have that kind of debt.
Yeah, the way that I have
We
this,
don't have that.
Yeah.
The answer to that is 0 right now.
yeah, the way I have this written is we're not allowed to carry debt, so we'll have it paid off monthly.
Yeah, but it's still, according to them, if you have a credit account like that, they put you in a different category, which is kind of onerous.
The other thing I might suggest would be if you have a credit card, you're gonna use it for online purchases, you have one computer that's used for that purpose. Because I've seen situations where people have had access to municipal credit cards and have purchased things through their own computers, and then have come in and said, well, I accidentally used the municipal credit card when I purchased X, Y, and Z.
Yeah,
And then you're into the situation then where they purchase these things without having to pay sales tax.
Yeah, so the way that this was broke down, and again, this is just for consideration for people to look at, we had the $10,000 limit. The people that was authorized to use it was the clerk and any of the employees after it was approved through the board. The credit card was kept in the lock safe in the clerk's office. The clerk is the one that used the credit card to pay the stuff. And emergency purchases could be made, with the standard state board of account rules being followed if we needed to buy something under an emergency circumstance. Storage is locked in the clerk's office. Payment paid in full monthly, so no balance is carried. Internal controls would go with it here. How to deal with that and state board of accounts. Annual review of the internal controls that we have to do anyway.
and that's, well, no.
We have to do it on all internal controls.
Yeah, it's a whole
And
different
then the effective date would have been
kind of,
November 10th. So,
that's the onus.
So is there allowed to be more of a debit card versus credit card so that, because more, as things go on, more and more, we keep coming up with things that have to be paid for online. Whether they be ticket books or, you know, just really whatever. Things are, and what's happening is people are using their own debit and credit cards and then getting reimbursed for that. And I don't like the idea of people having to put their own money up to get that done because we have no way of purchasing anything online or, so is there a debit card situation that can be done that way?
Yeah, I'm not aware of that. I've had some experience with government entities using credit cards.
Are there any other ways of purchasing things online?
I think primarily it's been done by credit card.
Well, a debit card isn't a one situation.
I think
Yeah.
Susan checked into this with Star and Star didn't want to do anything like that for us. So.
Really?
What about e-checks? I mean, not everybody takes an e-check, but
That's
Well,
what we do
sometimes
have.
we do that.
Amazon will do that for us. If you buy something from Amazon, not an outside vendor.
So, do you guys think this needs more discussion and we bring it back next month? Do we want to vote on something? Would you like for, Jan, have you had a chance to go through this ordinance or anything? To look, have you had a chance to look through this ordinance?
No, but I talked to the auditors about it when they were here. I can ask, I'm having that meeting Friday, and I can ask the GLF person about it.
Okay,
See what I can get, and maybe I can get through the state legal council right now next month. You know, they don't always answer the phone, but, so, you know, gather some more information and then see.
do you feel like we could table this till next month, give Joel the opportunity to take a look at this ordinance? Give the clerk the opportunity to, discuss this further with, who would it be, Jan?
State Board of Accounts.
The State Board of Accounts.
And the DGLF, you have on Friday. That's the budget people.
And bring this back next month, because I really, I see the need for this coming up quite frequently, between things that the the wastewater treatment plant needs, as far as like, weed control things, the police department. There's been things that we need, including, the purchase of the computer and different things like this, that if we had a real ability to purchase something online, it would definitely help get things done versus writing checks to companies and or sending town employees with checks to places. Cause didn't Rural King, they didn't give us an account at Rural King, right? No, we looked into it one time and it didn't happen, but, I'm sorry.
But they,
Menards did, yes.
Brooking, I think, will take her checks, won't they?
Well, Menards would take a check too, but if you know exactly what things are gonna cost plus tax, cause I'm not comfortable, and I'm sure you're not either, with sending a town employee with a blank check.
I have.
Well, I know, we have,
It's not a blank check, I would put Brooking.
right,
Bev can sign a check also.
with, amounts left blank or whatnot, yeah. Yeah,
Where it said yearly review, that's the part where I'm talking about, it's like a yearly audit. basically.
But this was just part of we're supposed to look at our internal controls every year, so if we would just have that.
Well, they also, every year I fill out a thing on the State Board of Accounts website. And one of the questions are, do you have a debt? Or do you have debt accounts?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, then it's a whole extra bunch of stuff you have to do that we don't have to do now.
And that would apply to a credit card
Yes,
that
debt, any debt,
doesn't carry a balance past the month.
right.
Okay.
We need
It's
to,
the fact that it could, just because we have an ordinance that says that it doesn't, it's the kind of account it is.
Jason, how do you want to move forward with this?
if the clerks aren't gonna do it, it's not work for me.
Okay.
Is really the way I see it.
Okay. Okay. That'll work. Clerk Lockridge, is there any other administrative items you'd like to go through?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, police department. 8 calls, 10 traffic stops, 10 warnings. Added refrigerant to the police car, and the AC is working better. They did taser training in August. That was a little scary.
I apologize.
Training on tasers, this month. Chief Brooks, you had the opportunity to go by and take a look at some of the grass ordinance violations and things.
Yeah,
So where are we at with that?
it looked like on, I believe it's 207 North Main Street. The grass and the weeds are at least up to my waist.
Is that a
At least up
blue,
to my waist.
is that a blue house?
Yes.
I do not know. They have not been home for
I think
months.
so. Yeah, I think you're right.
I
haven't
don't know
seen
what
anybody.
happened to them. They just vanished.
Is that the Steiner residence?
Yes. They just
Okay.
vanished.
Oh, okay.
There's an upstairs light on, but they
I
vanished.
haven't seen any vehicles there in several days.
It's been months.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also, Stanley Chambers residence, just south of there, there's an alleyway. And it looks like that bush, we'll call it, is almost halfway into the alley. And I think it's gonna be an issue. It is an issue. So if cars go down that alleyway, it might even potentially scratch their cars. They're gonna have to go all the way around that and go into the yard.
Is it Stanley's or is it the neighbor's?
Stanley's.
Okay, so it's between 207 and 209.
Yes, in the alleyway
Okay.
between those two residences.
Okay.
And I think if it just got cut down where it's not halfway into the alley,
Mhm.
I think we'll be okay.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and get some letters sent out there. I did notice that it was, the address here.
I know when we were called to his house, he was in the process of trying to clean up that area. So it might, if anybody has contact with him, instead of sending a letter,
At 207?
Stanley.
Yeah,
He's been in the process of trying to clean up because I was called out to his house.
Yeah, like I said, looks like it's halfway into the alley,
Mhm.
so you can just turn it back.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a problem.
yeah, I will not be making contact. That has already, I know, has already become an issue.
Mhm.
That issue exploded into, police calls and different things, on multiple occasions. So I think at this point, I don't think it's
Talk to some-
I don't think it's a talk to a person kind of thing. I mean, we can send a letter with Chief Brooks and he can deliver it, but I don't think it's a board member thing that they need to show up at this gentleman's home and hand him a letter. I don't, that's really not our gig. That's not our job. So, okay. So we'll get one out there. Also, did you notice 110 North Main Street? I believe that's a White House.
White House with a handicap?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
I think that's one too that needs to be, they need to be asked to take care of that.
That's the Jordan residence.
Is it Jordan? Did you say Jordan resident? Okay,
North Bend?
yeah. Do you guys have any issue with having those letters written and delivered by the police department? Joel, is there any issue with having the police department deliver that versus sending it in the mail?
That's perfect, yeah, that's fine, if you hand deliver it, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll usually start a case on our Spellman system and put it as an ordinance violation, show that we actually did deliver it. And then on top of this Spellman case, we'll take a picture if there's nobody answered.
okay,
We'll put the ordinance violation on the door, take a picture of it and add it to
Okay.
Spellman. So that
okay. That way we've got an idea if we have to look back, find out when those things were delivered. Okay,
The other one is the empty lot on Vine Street.
Yes.
we rely on-
The one where the house burnt down,
Yeah,
that we can never get a hold of
Out
them.
of state that owns
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
And it was being known by somebody here in town, because it was by Mike, but I guess he doesn't have the contract.
that's the owner of that doesn't live here, right?
Well, I think he lives in Florida, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
But Mike Greenelli, I'll get a hold of him unless it's sold. Yeah.
should we send Bill to Florida to hand deliver that? Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
go to Florida,
Yeah, send you to Florida to hand deliver a letter?
take a picture.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll go with you on that one. Yep. Okay, well, we'll try to get letters out and,
When we leave,
to these people, huh?
when we leave.
You know, I don't know, we gotta get plane tickets and stuff, but we don't have a car.
No, I'll bring that
Alright.
and
We'll
keep
just-
mine.
I guess we'll have to walk. Okay, is there anything else, Chief Brooks?
No.
Okay. Fire department, we'll start with this. Clerk, we have a check here from, the Greensboro Township trustee for $3,000, for the, Kennard Fire Department. Okay, 12 calls, 4 medical calls, 3 structure fires, 3 fire alarms, and 2 no-shows from Kennard crew. Guess that's not horrible, 2 out of 12. Firefighter Ethan Lewis began his firefighter 1 and 2 certification course through Adams Township Fire Department. Captain Bears assisting with instructing this fire 1 and 2 course. 8 members attended department training for combined 24 hours of training on truck placement on the fire scene, pump operations and water supply, deploying and advancing hose lines, mobile water supply setup, drafting operations with the engine. Members with outdated protective gear have been fitted for new gear through Donnelly Safety. Thanks to the grant obtained by Henry County Community Grant Foundation to ensure safety and compliance. The department has begun selling raffle tickets for the Big Gun Raffle to be held at the Smith Building in Newcastle on October 25th at 6 p.m. Tickets are available from any of the department members. Let's have a discussion on the resolution on the new fire station.
So you guys should have in front of you something like this. You got it? Over there. So basically, there's been a lot of discussion with the fire department here and there about the size of the fire station that they have now, the size of the trucks that are currently being produced, the need to expand, and so on and so forth. So one of the things that goes along with a lot of grants would be support from the town and of course support from the citizens. So as far as the town support, what I've made up here is a resolution that the town of Kennard, it basically says that the town of Kennard supports going after grants to accomplish the goal of building a new fire station. And it doesn't have any money or anything like that involved in it. It just basically says that's what we would like to try to do. And a lot of grants require that as part of the paperwork to apply and things like that. So that's sort of what I have here. There's different types of grants. There's like the USDA Rural Development Grant. There's the ORCA grants, CDBG, public facility programs. So there's a lot of different ones that we could go after and try. And it'll come down to what the fire department thinks will be the best fit for what they're going after. Like I said, this just is a preliminary, like we want something or we're going to try to go after something. So.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to accept this resolution?
I think Holly might stay out of it because of the fire.
Okay.
Part of it.
What would that resolution number be, Jason?
It would be up at the very top.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I will make a motion to accept resolution number 813-2025-01 regarding the resolution supporting the construction of the new fire station for the Kennard Volunteer Fire Department.
I'll second your motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Holly did not vote.
I think we have to.
You need to sign that too. Did I sign it in the wrong spot, probably? I like to do things like that. There's that. Okay. Wastewater department, Mr. Taylor is not here. In discussions with the wastewater manager, everything is fine. We still need to get the 2 check valves replaced. I believe they have been ordered. I'm not for sure that they're in yet, but those still need to be replaced. I believe he's thinking either the end of August or sometime in September.
Do you know what company?
No, I don't. And the lift station is, of course, still limping along. So, board president's report. Update on the survey company for the wastewater plants. Land for the access to the lift station. So the survey has been completed. I believe I shared emails with everybody on the board. At this point, it's been completed. I believe there's been a legal description made. That legal description, Joel, that would be basically what they've drawn out in writing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that I've seen that, but I will get with them. Sometimes getting with them can be difficult, but I will try to get that dealt with. Mr. Freeman is aware that the survey has been completed, and is on board with what the stakes that have been laid out. He's on board with that. Currently, he was unavailable to make the meeting tonight. We discussed possibly having a special meeting before next month's town board meeting, if that works out. Joel, can we have an executive session to work out details with him?
You can't have negotiating adversaries in an executive session with you.
Okay, so that
You
would,
guys could meet as a board and talk about,
Okay.
here's what we want to offer to pay for this.
so it would be better to do it in a
Yeah.
special meeting then.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
Okay.
typically, how I've seen these done would be that you have one board member that meets with the person and says, here's what I think the board's willing to offer, subject to its approval at a final meeting.
okay.
And just make sure that you're pretty confident that's going to be accepted, because you don't want to end up with egg in your face if you go in and tell him, here's what they're going to offer, and then
Right.
you find out that's not going to happen.
Right, yeah, because he's given us a number, so I will get all that gathered up, and then when he becomes available, we'll get together and, like I said, see if we need to have a special meeting or not.
Sure.
I will get you, what the survey company has sent, and
Okay,
if there's something else that you need, let me know that.
absolutely.
And I will try to, because I don't think there's a legal description in there. I think
Okay.
it's just a map.
Okay,
But I will, I wasn't able to get it opened up to even look at it until Jason helped me
okay.
click the right button, I guess, so. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at. I will get that to you, Joel. Dave Keyser, road project. So I have, an agreement, between us and, Dave Keyser's, engineering company, consulting group, Keyser Consulting. We talked about last month, in order to get community crossings grant again, we have to redo the pavement assessment management plan. That's just something that the state has required that has to be redone. And then we asked him to get, Kennard Lake Estates, road onto Kennard's, NDOT inventory. So this agreement, lays that out, that he'll get that taken care of, and then, get our, pavement asset management plan, back together and turned into, the state, so to make us eligible for, next year's, community crossings grant. The total, fee for, his consulting is, $3,750.
About half of what it was last time, so
I believe it was, yes. Now that just gets us,
3750. Wasn't it 7,500 last time?
The first time it was, yeah.
yeah, and that just gets us back to, back in schedule for the community crossings, gets us up to date with the state, to my understanding, to make us eligible. To make us eligible for that.
And there's ample money in the budget for that.
Okay,
How certain are we that the state's gonna have this in 2026?
I think I read somewhere that it goes at least till 28, what I think
I believe that's what, Dave Keyser was saying too, yeah.
Somebody said that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any guarantees when it comes to the state, but yeah.
The difference, Holly, is the state passed something where towns above, cities above a certain number, I think it's like 5,000, has to start charging either excise tax or wheel tax.
Yeah.
One of the two or something like that, but we're so small, we're not in that category, so. But that, I think, has something to do with this too, somehow, the reason they're changing things, or, like, if you don't have that, you can't apply for this, or.
Okay, I will make a motion to go ahead and pay Keyser Consulting, Group the, $3,750 to, handle our pavement asset management plan and our, NDOT road inventory. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Let's see here. I'll sign that in a minute. Okay. 207 large tree stumps, dealt with that. Mowing on Main Street, dealt with those. All right. Ms. Lee, do you have any discussion items?
No.
Mr. Groves?
Nope.
Okay, old business, the large street pothole at Rosewood and Railroad, was that fixed? No.
Did we approve,
I don't think we approved anybody. I talked to, Mr. Flory, shortly after last month's meeting, and, they've been busy, I've been busy, so we haven't had a chance to meet to look at that pothole. And then there was some others there on, South Main Street that are starting to, pop back up, so. So I will get with him and maybe we can get together this next month to get that, get an estimate to get that fixed. Same thing with the door here that needs the closure put on it. The ADA accessibility rails are rusting at the town hall. I believe at one time, the painter that just lives just outside of town, I don't know if he ever gave us a price on doing it, but I think he did show interest in doing it. So could somebody get in contact with him over the next month? And I don't know, that's why I asked.
You just want the handrails painted, the bike ramp, the curb, what do you want?
The handrail, coming up the ramp needs to be painted. It probably needs to be a special type of paint due to the salt that gets put on it all winter and those kinds of things. And the rust around the bottom needs to be dealt with. They can't just paint over the rust, so.
I can call him because I talked to him
Okay,
a few years ago about it, so.
okay. Okay,
and we're asking him for a quote, or what are we doing?
we're gonna ask him for a quote so that we can deal with that next month.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll get with JT's. Okay, new business, the opioids implementation email needs signed. Do we have that in front of us?
No, I didn't print it.
I
Okay,
think it's digital, isn't it? Just for it to
Oh,
go
that's
in,
right.
initial it,
Yeah.
yeah.
and what does that deal with?
It's the opioid settlements, like I said, they reached a settlement fine with Purdue Pharma.
Right,
And so that authorizes,
the county to take it from us, right?
well, I think, yeah, given the amount that you guys are probably gonna
It
get.
wasn't, yeah, I don't think it was, I think.
So do we need to sign it so the county can take it, or?
Well, I mean, it's your call.
Well, I mean, I don't know whether we needed to sign it so that
Yeah,
It
Yeah, I
seems
think-
that way, yeah.
the way the settlement is with the companies, that each of the participating municipalities have to sign off on it, participate. Indiana
Okay.
passed a state law that said that if your town is getting under a certain amount of dollars, then it just gets paid to the county.
right.
I guess people at the state level got upset about having to send it out to 3,000 towns in Indiana, so they decided, let's cut this in half.
Okay,
Is there any objection to signing it? I guess that's really the question. Because I see it,
No.
I see it and I think, oh, why do I want to click on it and spend 30 minutes figuring out the mess of the system?
oh, well, okay, I mean, okay,
I think
did you forward that to me?
it came from the library.
Okay,
I imagine that it probably, Jan, did you get it too?
Yes, well,
Okay.
you sent it to me.
Oh, did I?
They didn't send it to me, I don't think.
It might just be the meeting.
It could be on the.
Okay. I want to say I saw something, but yeah, I knew where it was going, so I didn't even bother
Yeah.
looking at it, so,
Me too, yeah.
okay. All right, no objections to signing that then? Okay,
All right, I'll see what.
if we can find it, I'll get it signed then. Park needs, ARPA funds, landscaping, signage, resealing court, or possible pickleball lines. Huh?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be. So we need to get,
It's just-
where do we need to start on
So
that?
this is just kind of the beginning to last month. We talked about finding a landscaper,
Okay,
starting that process.
Okay.
There's stuff that just needs to be done and we're running out of time. We've got to the
Okay.
end of 26 to spend stuff.
right,
Or it goes away. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's what we need to concentrate on, but there's other things. The next one down is, or maybe on the next page, is beautifying areas of the town. So that's kind of where the head of my head was. Just
okay,
things that we need around, and we can keep
Okay.
taking it down month to month to month, but eventually we're gonna have to do something, you know?
okay, right,
It's just, what are we needing? Like I see the sign out front is rusted on top.
yep.
You know, we need to finish that and like paint it or something, so I don't know, but things like that is what I'm had in mind.
Has a park designer been contacted
I
through Ball
tried to
State?
get in touch with people at Ball State,
Uh-huh,
but they was on a break, so I'll try.
okay,
Yeah, I don't think they go back to school till next week or the week
Yeah,
after.
so we're out of town, so,
oh,
but I
I'm
think
thinking
that's
here,
probably
oh,
a pretty good possibility we can find somebody.
okay, you might ask, the painter if he would be interested in painting pickleball lines out there.
Oh, pickleball, I-
Yeah, cause I don't think they make, they do make a movable net, that I don't believe is all that expensive, so,
It'll set up on asphalt.
I'm sorry,
It'll set up on asphalt.
it's on wheels,
Oh,
yeah, so it could just, I think it collapses and could just be pushed out of the way. You know, of course, there's always the issue with leaving it there and what happens to stuff that when we leave things there.
The other thought there was if we do reseal the court, so when we put the court in, they said every 5 years or so we needed to have it sealed.
Okay,
We've been that long.
okay,
But my thought is it's gonna cover the lines up, and so we have to put lines back in there for the basketball court. So
right,
I assume that we'll probably be able to like
okay,
add an extra pickleball line, you know what I mean? So,
okay, I will try to
We
find,
have plenty of money, and we haven't spent anything in the park this year. There was 5,000.
I don't know what it costs to seal things.
I'm gonna try to find that out.
Okay.
What it might cost for that, and like I said, you might ask the painter if he's interested in repainting some lines for the basketball court, the pickle court, and that kind of thing, so.
Is there a way to get weed killer or the mower to try to get the weeds in the baseball?
And then,
Yeah, I think all we have to do is just,
And then
ask, yeah,
somehow it's growing through the turf at this point, and I don't know what the best way to get it stopped is.
I can ask Bill if he'll spray it or something, so.
Holly, you mentioned something earlier about the bicycle rack.
Mhm.
Does it need painted or something, or is it bad?
I
Or is it-
just remember at one point we had Day of Caring, I think, and they painted the bike rack and they painted curbs and different things. So that's,
Handicap wise.
I was just thinking that if we were talking about outside here, I don't know if it needs painted, but
I think it's pretty, I think it's blue, I think it's pretty good blue. I don't know about the one across from me though. It's been, the last time that
That's
they,
all. No,
it is, well, the last time it was painted was John and 2 or 3 ladies from that.
That's the thing here, yeah,
And, but it's been graffiti since then, so, you know,
yeah.
and probably could use some, but.
Okay.
More painting.
Okay.
I can ask him if that was.
I don't know the condition of the picnic table either. It may be,
Picnic table, where is, that was moved, the one that was by your house, is that out by the basketball field?
no,
it's still by my house.
no, that one's held to communities by his house, and
Yeah,
the
right.
rest of them were where they're supposed to be.
I thought I drove past there and it was gone the other day.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I can look.
okay. Is there?
Yeah, okay.
It was like,
The signs for John Ryan and Jenkins, those need to be installed still.
Oh, they're here.
They're in her office,
Okay. Okay.
so we just need to get the 4-post call 811 and
Okay.
Okay.
Did we get new posts?
you got the 2 for Copenhagen Court,
Right.
but I don't think
Okay.
I don't
I need
think you
to,
picked up the other 4.
You know how many?
I thought I put some in the shed.
there were some in the shed. I need to look, see if there's any left.
There's smaller ones, I think there's 2 full-size ones.
Yeah, we definitely need to get the one over here at the pop machine for John Ryan put up, so we can establish that as a park.
Yeah.
Get it on the map as a park.
Okay. Okay. All right. Battery backup for the internet and on a clerk's computer.
So I thought we talked about this last month, but I couldn't find it in minutes and I don't know. So when the power goes out, obviously everything goes off, right? So you get the battery backup so you can plug the internet into it. So the internet has battery backup, but our part of the internet does not. So if we had the battery backup, it would plug the computer in for Jan so that it wouldn't glitch out when she's trying to do something when the power goes out. She wouldn't have to try to log back in again or something weird happened. It would just continue to work. So the battery backup would have the computer on and continue to work if the power went out. And it would also power the network. So if we had a storm that went out or something like that, and the EMS people, you could still get the internet here in the down hall with the power off, at least while the battery is still active. So the main thing is for those, like the little brownouts and things that would reset the computer or reset the internet, things will all,
I have one at the house.
That's why I thought we.
And I think most of us all know I don't need one.
The only thing I would recommend if we use that, it would be to get a new battery. Because the batteries last about a year.
Well, the battery, 90% of the cost of one of those things though, isn't it? Yeah, okay, well then it might be better to just get it. Just to get one, do we know what one might cost? Or do we need to look into that?
Anywhere between $50 to $100. It just really depends on how long we want things to run.
Okay,
I mean, you could spend as much as you want and get it to run forever, but for like 10 to 15 minutes, you're gonna be $50 to $100.
okay, can you bring in an invoice for one next month?
Yep.
That we can vote on
If you want to
Okay.
bring in your other one too, I can look at
it?
it.
Okay,
Because you'll find a lot of those batteries, you can go to Walmart and buy the cameras, the trail cam batteries
Yeah.
or whatever, and some of those will work. So just depends on what battery it
now
is.
you're beyond me. There's no sticks or rocks. Okay. Announcements, do we have any announcements for this month?
Just the gun raffle.
The gun raffle, yeah, what date was that? I forget.
25.
Of August?
October.
October 25th gun raffle. If you need tickets, you can contact the fire department or anybody on the fire department. Get them from Holly.
please. I need to sell them.
Okay,
One thing for Crusaders, November 1st, we're gonna have the second annual, adult thrifty prom out at, the parcel. So we're gonna post that on Facebook, but the funds that we get there go to sports scholarships for the following year. So if you can spread the word,
What day was it?
November 1st.
okay, is there anything else? Okay, all right, now is the part where we pay all the bills. If you'd like to stay and watch us pay the bills, you're more than welcome to. If not, we will see you in, September. And anybody that's watching on YouTube, you have to stay and watch us pay the bills. Okay. All right.
Yeah, no problem. Let me know if you need anything.
Yeah.
Send me that survey when you get it.
Yes, I will forward it right to you.
Okay, that works.
I'm gonna move on to this
All right, I'll see you guys.
All right, see you, Joe. Thank you.
It's okay, I think. Now, these guys have, you should have budgeted 3 different budget handouts. And I thought we could start, I'll wait till Steve gets back, but just get this out. But what I was gonna say about this is, the thing you're looking at right now is, it is the true, checks that were written, but don't sign it because I haven't closed the month because I'm still doing some fine tuning, for the first, for June.
Okay, so this isn't really.
That's July.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just so you can see, and then I'm gonna get back next month. I have to keep June open until I do the budget meeting, so, I don't think anything will change on this, but
Is Bill being paid monthly now? Is that?
he always, everybody is, but for a long time it was everybody but me. And then remember when you just recently reviewed the budget oral thing and I didn't realize that Beth was gonna be changed to 2 weeks. She prefers monthly.
I didn't, that was on there though, right? I don't think I changed that.
Right, I just had
Okay.
never
Okay,
noticed it, and Deputy Clerk had always been paid monthly, even before I got here, so. Steve, I was saying these bills saying that's
Is
correct,
that coming in across?
but don't, sign it, I'll bring it back again next month, because I have to leave it open until I do the budget.
Which,
Pardon me?
what needs to
The
stay?
checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll bring if anything changes, I'll reprint it, but I don't think it will in July. But I have to keep June open until I do the budget, so I can't close July.
The sewer reserve monthly fund transfer, what is that?
That's those 4 funds in sewer that I transfer money into every month, according to the state mandate. And it's $400 a month for reserve, so that's like, I think it's.
For like maintenance stuff at the,
No maintenance, see, if you see that it's a maintenance fund,
okay, yep.
and that I put 2,000 a month in.
What's the reserve for?
I don't know, I think it's like if you ever got into a emergency and you were out of money, I mean, it's like sort of a savings account.
Okay.
It's never spent, it's never been spent since they,
Has it been on there before?
it's on there every month.
Is it on there?
I rearranged how the order in which things are on there.
So this is money going from the town's account into the wastewater account,
No, it's going from wastewater
into the town.
operating fund into these funds.
Okay,
In the sewer, it's run kind of like your checking account. And so you're setting this money aside every month for these 4 funds, so that it's not in the operating account where it can be
The
spent.
operating account of the sewer,
Yeah,
okay.
because the sewer doesn't have all those different tax funds. The sewer account is really just like a big checking account. So these four, the only funds it has are those four. And you set the money in there, then the only one we spend out of ever to actually spend is the maintenance fund, and I only use that on big things. And then the one that's called BMI is, I put $3,741 a month aside. And in July, it adds up to $45,000, which pays the loan payment every year. USDA comes in there and gets it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, is this, I see that this says now general and then some of it says sewer. So has it been mixed together before like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I figured out, I tried a different way of organizing the thing before I printed it. And I thought you might like this better.
So what's the Donnelly safeties? It comes out of the sewer for gear. Is that like a gear that goes out there, or is that like gear you put
It
on?
was gears for the system.
Okay.
I didn't think about that.
Is this the sewer one?
Company, yeah.
It's sewer and town.
Oh, okay, that's what you were saying, was the
Yeah.
town stuff isn't up. Okay, I see what you're saying.
And the easiest way to tell, I guess, is right here.
Mhm.
And then,
Then it turns into sewer checks. There weren't very many sewer checks. There never are for some reason in July. So as I said, I don't expect this to change, that,
Okay, I'm sorry, did I just close that up on you? Okay,
you would hand that back to me and all this.
well, once we sign it,
No, I said don't sign it.
oh,
she's still got it.
Oh, okay.
This is just for your information. so you-
I'm sorry, I missed that part. Okay, let me sign this while I'm thinking of it, which is, Keyser Consulting Group.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would make me.
That's a nice.
Holds everything. I'll contact, that AEP lady, don't remember her name,
What?
the AEP lady,
Oh, good.
and, have her contact you. And there's,
8:13
so,
today, right?
they'll want information or whatever, but, the other thing that we haven't really talked about is, they have technical orders 24 hours a day and all that good stuff, so that's.
Similar to Keystone.
Oh, yeah.
There's some
That's what I
problem, yeah.
thought.
So that needs sent back to,
Yes.
Dave, right,
Standard.
with the check?
Probably, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
and then a copy stays with you?
Yeah.
I take it, okay,
yeah, that'll be filed and then it'll be scanned and sent.
okay.
I also I'm gonna continue asking the, state about the credit card. I
Yeah.
wasn't saying.
No, it's, I see it in multiple ways, so it's, I do know that it's extra work, but I think if you look at this, and if we live by this, it should all be fine.
That,
So,
well, let me
I
find
know,
out.
yeah,
what
you're
it
fine,
looks
you're
like.
fine, it's kind of one of those things, like I know.
If
it
it's
would be-
only that wouldn't be that big.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that it's, I can absolutely see if that credit card gets ran around in people's pockets, that would be a problem.
Well, I wouldn't give it to
I wouldn't
anybody
think
but you
so.
guys.
But that makes me think it would be locked in that office.
Mhm.
I just don't, I heard from you, kind of like a fear like, oh my gosh, what could happen with this card? And myself, I
No,
thought.
it's more like I don't
want
want us to be in that other
Yeah, no, I, yeah.
category.
I just want to, my thought is it's going to be in your control. And really,
Yeah.
you're the one that will be paying, so it's, if we don't, so I don't.
And I don't mind, I occasionally pay for stuff with my credit
Yeah.
card too, and I never mind doing that, so.
Are you wanting to go through the appropriations report again?
Yeah, what I want
Okay.
you to do, you've got three things here. You've got the fund report, which is where each, how much money we have in each account. If you look at the outside thing, for as of June 30th, this is for the first 6 months,
Okay,
okay? And then this is the appropriation report. And if you look down the outside thing, it shows the percentage of the fund that's still left right now.
Oh, okay.
And you might want to take a minute and look at those two things first.
But Deputy Marshal hasn't been paid.
Hmm?
Deputy Marshal hasn't been paid.
He didn't have a deputy marshal for
Oh,
a while.
And he didn't turn his stuff in.
Yeah.
That was part of the reason too.
We haven't, but he did turn
Did
the
we
stuff
catch
in.
him up?
No, not all the way, because it was so many months, it was gonna be $1,200.
And yeah, and Bill talked to him and got
Yeah.
it sorted out, is my understanding of it, so.
I just gave the heads up, and of course left it up to Bill.
Steve, is your battery backup new? Or is it?
I have no idea how old it is. I have no idea.
I was looking at the office supplies at 723,
On the fund report.
or appropriation report, like the total amount left.
Oh, okay.
That's probably where it comes from.
Well, yeah, and the amount of it, the sewer will be paid at the end of the year.
All right, so we're negative down here in this guy.
Which,
Oh, it's insurance.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to transfer some money from the sewer to handle that.
So we.
They actually went up, you know, when we, got them to rearrange it so that the policy starts in January, they upped it several $1,000s. And they just raised it in January.
Was it like a additional month maybe? You know, like instead of it being 12 months, did they charge us for like a catch-up fee to get us on a different?
No, they just, you know how insurance companies are. They're like, oh, because to switch it, we had to cancel the policy we have, and
Now
then they
it's
made a
just
new,
so expensive.
yeah.
All right. Trash is at 100%.
No, it's zero was budgeted. No, that's,
Is that our trash collection company or no?
no, that's out of sewer. This is
Okay.
town money.
Oh, so
Looking at it.
it's, do you have to pay the town's trash, right? Don't you write it?
Yeah, but I do that out of utilities, I do,
Okay, now
Yeah.
you this up.
yeah. That's always been, I
Well,
guess that's
so is
what's,
that-
that's what's in the fund, and it's been in there since I've been.
Yes, I do.
I think.
And here.
Why are there so many negatives on page 2?
Which fund? Or which one?
well, like,
Category 5, category 3, or sorry,
yeah, 3's 5, 3.
Snow removal.
That's snow removal, but,
Which one is 5?
5.
Oh, 3 was 2, right?
there's 3 of them on that page that are negatives.
Oh, yeah, I see it. They're not in order either.
The American Rescue Plan is from all those years ago with the sign out front, I think.
Oh,
We haven't, that's been a complete fund for years. So that's. Let me find the. I don't know what 5 is, general and appropriated.
74,000. That's like is that everything together? Is that all the category, or is that?
Whatever it is, it's 0%. This thing, it prints out some stuff that I don't even, I don't have slots to put in that general unappropriated thing. I have no idea what that is. Because see, there's no money, oh wait. No, there is that money. So, we've never, I don't know what it is, but it's not stuff I spent. You know what I'm saying?
The COI, the Lloyd, those.
Maybe it's talking about, I think that's the, total of what, okay, maybe this is what it is. This is not a fund. I don't think. Because see on below it, it has expended year to date, and that's for all of the general fund. I really don't know the answer, Holly.
Do you know what police grant medical is? Police grant medical? No money in it, but it was a line item. We've never did, it's under the dog donation, but we have never did like a medical thing for them.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, this might be clear back before I was working, they programmed it in when they did. Because if you notice on the fund report, you don't see all those things. And these are the actual funds we have. I'll ask about that category 5 thing, I'll ask Janelle if he's done what that is.
As you keep going though, they seem to be giving categories to different things, so. Police grant is category 4, police, in the county.
Yeah, I asked him for the category, that's why I've never seen this before. When I also printed this out different than I ever have before. And, do you have an idea what it is, Holly?
No,
Because I would certainly know if I spent that much money in the red. The only thing I know is in the red is the mowing, snow removal, and that is okay. I thought I had to do a special appropriation for that, but I don't because it's part of motor vehicle highway. And so they don't care if those line items there are over. It's, do we overspend the fund that we budgeted? And we, and if you look, we hardly spend anything in there except.
So that's actually being paid out of motor vehicle highway?
Yeah, it is part of motor vehicle highway.
Okay.
So it's similar to general fund where things like clerk salary and stuff, we put those designations in there to help us keep track. Motor vehicle highway is the same thing. It was budgeted for 65,000, and just I divided it up and I flipped something. There was a thing called distributed, and it put what I had thought for mowing and snow removal in that.
And that's one of them that we've dealt with on the new budget for next year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll see that in a minute. This is just getting an idea of where we are in the budget. What I was hoping you would look at is just this outside thing, how much do we have left?
Right. Well, we looked at that too.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for purposes, I don't mean.
Right.
Stuff, but
Right.
yeah,
I do like that though. That's something that I can kind of understand.
what?
Yeah, we're having the percentages of what's left and that kind of stuff, yeah.
so you haven't paid any of the, FICA, medical, for the
They
sewer?
got a sewer.
No, that's what I'm saying. it says you still have 100% left.
Yeah, I paid it out of salaries.
But you haven't paid anything yet.
No, I have,
It's just not showing here.
yeah. I paid it out of salaries instead of that 5%.
Oh, so instead of out of the
Yeah.
fund, you take it out of their check? I see.
So are these written, handwritten numbers, like you're thinking?
Yes.
It's, I kind of agree. I mean, everything is just, I see it and I'm like, yeah, we pay the marshal's one now, so it has to go up. Or, office, yeah, it was 1,000, but everything's 30% more, so.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, and for the last 3 years, we've had a shoestring budget because of the, things being put in along with the slots, things to be represented. And,
Yep.
so now we have,
what about this 56,000 for insurance?
the insurance last year was over 50,000.
Total?
Yes,
I thought we
including the
were.
workman's comp and stuff. That's
Okay.
how much they went up. They went up for this year and then they went up,
But we were at 41, right? Like that's what we budgeted, so we thought.
Right.
it would be somewhere in that.
but then they went up for the first of this year and then in April, whenever they switched, they went up again.
So
And they're gonna go up again.
rough numbers, just from what I remember, tax wise,
This,
We were-
excuse me, it also includes workman's comp. It's not just all the general.
not the cars, not just the cars.
Yeah.
So, and just roughly here, we bring in about how much tax wise per year? 72? How much from the people,
You, tax-wise or sewer payment?
tax wise?
Okay, well, this year, we just got 30,000 for the first 6 months. So
Right.
hopefully we'll get 60 just out of property taxes.
So our insurance is all of our money.
90% of the money, yeah.
Well, and half, the sewer will pay back half. The other thing I was gonna say about this budget,
Yeah.
in the last 2 budgets, I had to budget half and then actually write checks out of
Right.
sewer. Now, once I got everything fixed in the right categories, we went from looking like we had 12,000 in operating funds till like 100, at the time I fixed it, 140,000. That's how many mistakes, there have been.
They're, yeah, right.
About where things were deposited, which funds that we.
So-
So this is the first year that I've been able to actually budget for the whole amount, which is what you're supposed to do out of town funds. And if it's over budgeted, it'll just stay in the general fund.
Right, right.
But it's an uncertain year, for things like utilities and insurance. I think we'd be pretty sure things are gonna go up, maybe possibly more than some other
Than
years.
previously, yeah.
So
Right.
rather than have to do a bunch of special appropriations next year, I budgeted more. I'm a little worried that I didn't budget enough, say in utilities, for instance, but I upped it a good bit.
Where's that one
I think it's on the second,
at?
just like, I think it's 15,000 maybe,
Why did the clothing allowance go up to 54?
because I didn't have enough last year. There were 2 more people than I had budgeted. Because Ron wanted to leave a couple of people on the roster. The kids, one of them was somebody, I think it was maybe Ben. I'm
He
not
added the
sure.
cadets?
Not all of them, but I think Ben, that he hadn't come for a while, but he was gonna start coming back, he thought.
Yeah, that might
So
have
anyway,
been somebody
there
else,
were-
but yeah.
I had to get two payments, $400 out of public safety. So, that's why,
Animal control, same price.
yeah, for years and years,
So since I'm.
I had to memorize, you do too, yeah. Yeah, now keeping in mind with all of this stuff, if we don't spend it all next year, it'll just stay in the So we refer back to the general fund.
Now, this here, not necessarily.
What?
The video.
Which one?
Video equipment,
Page 2.
yes. As far as like, what do we have, what are you thinking? Are you?
I don't know, we added it last year.
Well, so we needed, I don't know. The only thing I can think is like, we could use it to, one of my thoughts, and we're in a meeting, so here we go. One of my thoughts that I've had about this recording and all this sort of stuff that we do, as a safety or as a backup, if we replace like that camera up in the corner over there with one of the new cameras, maybe we can stick it up there, it would record automatically because it's a security camera, right?
Right.
So if this camera didn't work one night or something like that, we could use the security camera as the backup source, or to check that rule, you know, we did record it.
Does that camera get sound? It does. You can set it to do it. Okay.
So,
Not this camera, but
yeah, the other one, yeah. So, I mean, I that was a thought that I had on mind. So as far as this having some sort of video equipment budget on it, it might not be a bad thing if we're gonna have cameras around that.
Because it could be used for another camera, cords,
yeah,
those types
this
of
one,
things.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so my thought would be, it's like we would mount it on the ceiling as the security camera for this run.
Right.
And then we would never turn it off, and just be working. And
Okay.
we would sit down, if one of these things messed up or didn't record right,
Right.
we would just have to go to that video and grab
And
it.
still be
Yeah,
compliant.
yeah, it would be from the side or whatever, but it would still have, you know. And my thought there is kind of, we already have all the equipment, we just need a camera to plug in and then it would just work. So, we can do that next year.
Okay.
We're going next budget.
And there's another place that's the video with IT equipment or something. I wondered about, do you see it?
I just saw this one so far.
You did, I can't remember what it was. And if you think something's not high enough, also say that, please.
Let's talk about roads, $8,000 for roads.
No, that's the,
Right here, this guy. This road.
mhm.
So this is, I just want to make sure I understand what we're spending it for. So that road is for street signs, is that right?
No, this is local road and street and it's for roads.
So what do we spend it on?
We haven't for several,
But what can we?
asphalt, gravel.
So we are using for the community crossings, we're using the motor vehicle highway. fund.
Yeah, and one reason for that is that local roads and street used to have 20-some thousand in it.
Mhm.
And it got wiped out by spending a whole year's worth
Yeah.
out of that. So I am putting it in, but I'm not expecting to need it.
Okay,
So down here, motor vehicle highway, which is, we have a lot more in that fund.
Mhm. And that's what Dave's coming from, his check and all that.
His check will come from, motor vehicle highway and professional engineer, see where it says engineer.
Yep, got it.
Now, the thing is, my computer, this is the explanation I put in the description on the budget thing. My computer does not have all these slots. So you're not gonna see engineer on the fund report, you'll see motor vehicle highway had an expenditure for whatever
I see.
this thing was.
Do we think that he'll have, do we remember, in past years with him, did he have a fee each year that he came?
Yes, a little one, around 2,000
Okay.
something.
Okay.
So this is kind of a bargain, I think, that he's offering,
Well-
because this is equivalent to the 7,000 thing.
Well, yeah, so this gets us just back up to ready to apply for the community crossing grant.
Yeah,
And there will be another fund that I will imagine would be more than the $3,000 or $3,700.
yeah, that'll come out of this five,
Yeah.
that's why I put 500 in. And here again, there's not a slot on the fund report that's gonna say engineer. It's just
Right,
that this helps me figure out how much the budget for
I see.
motor vehicle highway.
Local income tax personal services, other personal services, $1,000 equipment. And then you got the other one for 1,500 under it, which is sort of similar.
Well, and what is that? Because we added that last year and I don't know what it was for. Do you?
I mean, there's always a computer that is bad or old, or, you know what I mean?
But this is the category here. This is the state's printout from the budget software, you know? So that's, I guess, you know, that's lit. And,
Oh, yeah, okay.
okay, local income tax, but,
So that has to be emergency stuff, right? Like all that sort of stuff? It's spent on safety things?
yeah.
Okay.
So if an income survey were to have to be done to go after some grants, which line item would that come out of?
I would probably pay that out of like Riverboat or CCI. It's kind of unspecified.
Okay.
But according to what the grant was for, like the fire department grant, if you were getting a grant writer for that or something, I guess you could pay that out of public safety.
Let's talk about the snow removal. We're going from 4,000 to 12. And I know that we're a little short, but is it?
We're like $7,000 or $8,000 short in that line item. Bill gets about 7,000 of summer. And we had 5 snow events in January and February, all added together. I looked it up.
It's about, what, $700 or $800?
No, it's 1,200 now. Remember, he went up.
Oh, is it 800 an hour?
No, it's,
I thought it was only 8. I thought it was 8
the
something.
bill, maybe it is an hour then. The bills were 1,200 and 2,400. There were 5 1,200s. So that's 6,000 right there for snow before we even started mowing. And this is, we have that different weather system. We went from La Nina to, you know, and it's, that's a wetter 7 years, you know.
Cause I think it was like $800 a time. And I think maybe they came once and then had to come back and clean it up, you know, when it finished
Is
snowing,
that why?
you know,
But every-
possibly, I don't know.
Every time was, the bills were, for 1,200 or 2,400.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time.
I think also at one point, you know, that it was divided by how many trucks they used. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you know,
That
for
was
every day. But
Yeah, I'm not really for sure how that went.
They were bigger snow events. than
Well, you're right,
previous.
yeah, and they lasted longer, and I think
Right.
there was, I know of at least one that they came late at night
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
got everything kind of knocked down so everybody could get out in the morning,
Yeah.
and they came back later and cleaned everything up.
And the thing is, for years, he charged us really low, way lower
Yeah.
than the people that did it previously.
Right, they were something an hour or something, I believe, so.
And so, but I'm just betting that there'll be more events. And then it costs about between 7,000 and 8,000 a summer to mow. And, you know, we're getting rock bottom prices here for that too.
Right.
So I just added, and if it's not used, it goes back into the fund.
Right.
What I'm trying to do is avoid a situation where I have to keep doing special appropriations.
Right.
Have we heard when the trash company is going to raise their prices?
The what?
The trash company, when they're going to raise their prices? When we signed that agreement, wasn't it for 2 years?
I thought it was 5 years.
It was 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't worry about it.
Oh, was it? I thought I was thinking 3, but, okay.
Yeah.
But that, I remember 5 also, and it's
Okay.
not that much, you know, they do it every year, it's great.
I wondered if, I envisioned us paying 4,000 a month and then changing it to like 4,200 and not telling us and just, you know what I mean? Just because it came in January when they said they were gonna do it, just, you know, us.
I don't think that those people run their business that way, that,
Yeah, and with the new houses, I didn't know how that affected this as far as it would change.
so far they haven't really increased it.
Do they probably, new houses have?
Oh, yeah.
They have the totes, yeah, okay, just make sure they.
But you know, So far, they're not aware of how many new houses are coming. I could see that they may want to change it.
Let's hope it goes down.
Yeah.
Well, you can hope for that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works that way, but. Okay.
All right.
All right, are we done then?
Yes.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 8:35 PM.
That's second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0. We are adjourned.